Hi, everyone, and welcome to my review of Creed, a movie that I can't believe actually exists. It's a dream come true, especially for a big fan of the Rocky franchise. I love Rocky, I love all the six films. But in 2006, I was happily satisfied to say goodbye. We were shocked when we actually got that movie, Rocky Balboa, and it was a nice fitting to say goodbye to this amazing character that Sly Stallone created 40 years ago. It's going to be 40 years next year. I can't believe it. That's just awesome. And this character's going to live on in our hearts, in our dreams, in our fantasies, in our sports dramas for the rest of our lives and beyond. But this movie is actually not about the Rocky character. Even though he is essential to the plot of this story, we get to see some character development from Sylvester Stallone. It's not really his story anymore. Now it is the story of the son of Apollo Creed. In this film, Apollo Creed's son, whose name in the film is Adonis Johnson, you'll find that out when you see the film, he's played by Michael B. Jordan, who's worked with this director before, with a movie called Fruitvale Station that came out 2 years ago. And in my opinion, that was one of the best films of that year and showed us this brand new filmmaker, Ryan Coogler. And because of the notoriety that movie created, the great word of mouth and the great reception that film got, Fruitvale Station, Ryan Coogler had the idea to dabble in the Rocky franchise and create this film. And I couldn't believe it. I was so excited when we heard about that this was actually happening. And now, 2 years later, we finally have the movie Creed. Here is my opinion of it. This is a really great film. This is not only a great film, it's a wonderful tribute, and it's a film on its own. It's its own film. Even if it didn't tie into the Rocky franchise, it's still a pretty great character study of a man who's struggling with his past. And when the character of Creed, or the character of Adonis Johnson, meets Rocky Balboa, the film just creates more excitement for me, the viewer. It was great to see these two characters together for the first time, and they do have history together, but this is kind of the first time that they're meeting. And that's, for me, when the movie really started. There's a lot of stuff in the beginning of the film that I felt was definitely some setup. We have to set up why Adonis is who he is, how he gets in the situation that he is, how is he tied to his father, Apollo Creed, and who raises him, and how he finds his passion to box. But when he gets to Philly and meets Rocky and asks him to help train him, this is the dream that he wants. This is the thing that he wants fulfilled. It's kind of his way to be close to his father at the same time, find his own legacy. And I just love the chemistry that happened between those two characters. It was just great to see Rocky back on the big screen again. Sylvester Stallone in all his glory, giving one of the best performances of his career. I love that, this movie is called Creed, and it's about Apollo Creed's son, no doubt. But Sylvester Stallone has amazing range as a character again. We actually get to see, or I should say, amazing arc. There's a great character arc for the Rocky Balboa character. And I appreciate that Ryan, the director, who I believe is a fan of this series, he's probably had this passion project, this fan fiction for many, many years, and now, since he was known for making a great film with Fruitvale Station, he has had the opportunity to turn his fan fiction into reality and actually get the man who created the whole thing, Sylvester Stallone, and some of the producers that produced the original films to come together and make this pretty damn amazing film. I will say it is not a perfect movie. It does have issues. And some of the issues that bothered me about it were some of the interactions he has with this girl that he meets. I like the actress. I thought she did a great job for what she had to do. But sometimes their love story kind of got in the way of, I felt, was more important to this story of this character's growth. and his relationship with his father, his relationship with Rocky Balboa, and his relationship with the world. I wasn't a big fan of the love story. I'm not saying it was a terrible love story, not by any means. It was adequate. It was fine. It just kind of took me, when we kind of went back to that storyline, it kind of took me out of the film, and then we get back into the Rocky, father figure story, where he's helping Apollo Creed's son train. All that stuff was great. All the montages. I liked the music in the movie. I liked that Adonis actually had his own theme, even though there are moments in the film where the Rocky theme comes in, and that was great, perfectly placed. Just a really great soundtrack, some great music, and even from the girl, because the girl that he meets is kind of an artist too, and she had some great music in there too. It was something that kind of just took me out of the picture from time to time. But then I was brought back with the really important story, the important story of the relationship between Rocky and Creed, and how they work together to try and helpfully make their lives a lot better, because Rocky's got some issues in this movie that I'm not going to get into on this review. I don't want to spoil anything. But I'm just glad that, yes, the main focus is on Adonis, but that the great character Rocky Balboa has a chance to shine as well. Stallone gives a great performance. And if there's any award nominations for this movie, I really hope the man who actually, I believe, got nominated in the 70s for this character gets nominated at least for a supporting role with the Academy. That would be awesome. He doesn't have to win. He does not have to win. I'll be perfectly fine with that. He does not have to win the award, but I would love to see him get nominated because he deserves it. And Michael B. Jordan, great actor, great performance. You believe him every time he's fighting. He really worked hard. I mean, he is built, man. He is so built in this film. And every time you see the fighting that's happening, it's so well shot. And I want to tell you my favorite scene of the movie is a boxing sequence that happens this is my all-time favorite sequence of the film. There's a boxing scene in the middle of the film that I believe is all one take. Maybe there's an edit in there somewhere, but I didn't see it. It was all amazing in its presentation. We were really in there as they were these two people, including Adonis, as they're fighting in this ring. And there's times where the camera even moves down to let Rocky give a reaction. So I just loved how seamless that was. I really hope that was all one take. It worked so beautifully. The cinematography in the film is great, and that's a prime reason. And I love the build-up to the very end. This movie is a Creed, but it's in the universe of the Rocky franchise, and at times it does feel like a Rocky movie. It does have those little nods to the original franchise, and I think the filmmakers did that on purpose because they are in love as much as the fans are in love. They are fans too. I believe that the people that made this film, this is the first time they're working on a movie in this universe. They are true fans of the movie, and it totally shows in this really amazing film. It's not a perfect film, but it is a great movie and a great reminder of why we love this cinematic movie universe so much. Definitely worth seeing. And for that, I am going to give Creed, I'm going to give the film a solid 3.5 stars out of 4.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel, and also please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do, and I'll talk to you at my next movie review.